Greetings, wild ones and indigo brothers and sisters. Welcome to my kitchen. I just wanted to talk today about my Kundalini experience while I'm chopping spuds. There you go. Chopping the spuds, putting them in the pot, and because I did one video and it cut out in 4 minutes. I've only got 5 minutes to talk today, but I really wanted to finish that story about my Kundalini experience and what happened when I went into the light, if you look at my previous videos, I talk about my journey into a portal, which I think was like a Stargate into another universe. But this is what could happen. You can astral travel when you have a Kundalini experience and open up that third eye. You can start astral traveling, and I believe that's what happened because I felt like I was paralyzed. I was like asleep but awake. I was trying to sleep but I wasn't asleep because of the bright light, the crown chakra light that went on in my head. And then I saw lots of stars shoot into what looked like a vortex. It looked like a hole, and all these stars shooting in, and I was freaking out going, no, I don't want to go, I don't know what this is, I don't know what's happening. But I was just like frozen, like almost paralyzed in my body, and I was still conscious and still awake. It was like it was really happening. And when I went through this portal, I was then encountered by a big golden snake. I talk about this in an old video that I did last year. A big snake, a golden snake. Now, a lot of people have had different interpretations about the snake I saw. It was just amazing. It was glowing, it was golden, it was huge, and it was up on its head like this, like that, staring directly at me. And it was glowing, everything was glowing golden. It was just out of this world, this encounter with the snake. And I found out the meaning of it recently. The meaning of the snake is the healer. And what had happened is that when my Kundalini went up my spine, it had already started several days before, and I had a blockage in my back, which apparently can happen if you do it the wrong way or unassisted. This was spontaneous. I did not intentionally go out of my way to do this. I was fasting on Oran. I'd gone on a 3-day Oran fast when this happened, and that's why it was so extreme and so out of this world. And it was spontaneous. I didn't even know what was happening. I had no idea what was going on. I'm just reporting back what I saw. And the snake is the healer. That's why in symbolism you see snake symbols. On all the medical symbols there will be a snake, because the snake, the serpent, the golden serpent, represents the healer. So what was a miracle about this experience is my back was healed after. I've had a back pain for many, many years, chronic back pain that's never come back since. It's like cured me. But also I had an encounter. It's like I'd gone into a Stargate, into another universe, and I met an alien, I kid you not. There was no communication going on. It was very brief because I think I wanted out, and I managed to pull myself out of this and get out of it, get out of the frozen state I was in, and like you could say escaped the experience, I don't know. But the alien, I found out, researching aliens, there's a book of aliens, and they're real pictures of aliens. You can look it up on the internet, the book of aliens, and they're from a person who worked at Area 51 and in the military, and it was a book that was discovered when he died, and it is circling around the internet. You can, if I find it again, I will put a link up and subscribe to the channel so you guys get to see it. And I found out the alien that I saw was the Council of Five. And the Council of Five are the good aliens, the friendly aliens. The Council of Five are the ones that are here to help Earth, help us. So that was really fascinating. The alien looked like a grey, the shape of a grey, had the big black eyes like an insect, and the head come down here, but its skin was like ours. It was almost human like ours, but really, really wrinkled up and old, small lip, big eyes, small nose, narrowed in chin, just exactly how the grey, you describe the grey, but with our skin, like human skin, but really wrinkled up like an old, wrinkled 100-year-old man, really, really hideously and ugly. I don't know what, I didn't hang around to find out, because I think I was quite scared and freaked out at this point, and I just wanted out of it. I just wanted to, you know, enough already, because it scared me. Now, it wasn't until I researched it later that I found out what they were and what it meant. So it was probably, so this is another dimension, and you can astral travel into another dimension, and this is where you're going to meet these creatures, because they live in another dimension, they exist in another dimension, and you can get there by astral travelling. And the only way you can astral travel is by opening up your third eye and getting a Kundalini going. And the best way of doing that is becoming spiritual. Fastest way, a lot of people can do it meditating. For me, it happened by fasting. So I found that really fascinating. It's like totally, like, it's changed my world actually. It's shown me that there are many worlds. There's more to us than just our flesh. We're not our flesh, we are light. We are light beings. We are like coloured rainbows. Humans, H-U-E. Humans actually means hues, like the rainbow, like the colours of the rainbow. And we're actually angelic beings, divine beings. We have special powers, and this is why the government is trying to control us by poisoning our water, shutting off the power which is here. It's right there, that's your power. You should be using that, not the other brain. And so that was my rant for today. I really wanted to get that off my chest, because I think it's important for people to know that there's not enough people talking about real experiences. I think a lot of people are just reciting stuff that they've heard from other people and reciting the same old garbage over and over again. I don't know how many are actually having an experience. But anyway, I've got to go. Love you lots. Bye for now.